MLB on TBS Tuesday brings us back to Chicago. We welcome you from Wrigley Field. It's Cubs and Giants, and the race to the postseason is in a furious final sprint. A lot of traffic in that National League wild card race. The Phillies, Cubs, and Diamondbacks, and Giants, and Reds, and Marlins. That is a big group.
My goodness. There's some baseball being played on that field. He is on fire.
Wow! What a play!
The sprint is on. 3 spots, 6 teams. It's going to be a wild ride.
And it started yesterday between the Cubs and the Giants. Game 1, Seiya Suzuki, a second-inning homer. Dansby Swanson collected in the 8th inning. And Justin Steele, a Cy Young candidate, had his best game. 8 shutout. The Cubs fly the W, and they win the opener of this 3-game series. Now we're set up for Game 2, and the Phillies and the Cubs, they're in good shape right now. They're in. The Cubs still battling for a division title in the NL Central, and then it's jam-packed with Arizona and Cincinnati and Miami and the San Francisco Giants. And with that, we welcome you. Great to have you with us, everybody. I'm Brian Anderson along with Ron Darling. Always great to be at Wrigley Field, back-to-back weeks for us. Let's start with the Chicago Cubs, because this was a team that was basically left for dead before the trade deadline, but then they got hot, and now they're in a position to make it to the postseason.
You know, Brian, the hardest call to make is to make whether you're a pretender or a contender. They decided that they were a contender. They kept Cody Bellinger. They kept Marcus Stroman. And since the 18th of July, they've gone 31-14. Their offense has scored the second amount of runs to Atlanta Braves. They do it in a complete fashion. They have great defense. They've got good starting pitching with the Cy Young candidate, Justin Steele, and Cody Bellinger has been on fire all season long.
So the Chicago Cubs, they can win the season series against the Giants with a win here tonight. That's big when you start to get into the tiebreakers. The Giants been a different story. This team is really struggling. They are about as streaky of a team as you will find in this chase right now, and they are in a bad way right now.
You know, Brian, why are they on this bad streak? It's their offense, really. They have not hit enough. But if you look at where they've been all season long, they've been an up-and-down team. They've had some bad streaks, but they also have had a season-long 10-game win streak in there and need one more of those here in September to maybe get back. They're only a game back in the wild card race to maybe secure one of those postseason positions.
They have been shut out in back-to-back games, haven't scored a run in the last 18 innings. Can the Giants get back to winning ways? We're making our way to first pitch. Beautiful Wrigley Field, the friendly confines, always a festive atmosphere here. Players signing autographs, and they're drinking from the fire hose outside. Back to set up the pitchers when we come back. Hey, college students, you can bring your favorite team back to school with you with MLB.tv. Receive a free subscription with authentication through ID Me. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. They are ready in the bleachers. Ronnie set us up with the starting pitchers tonight.
Well, you know what's interesting for San Francisco? They have 3 capable starters, but they have to have an opener twice a week. And Ryan Walker's the opener tonight. He's 11 times. He's covered 17 innings, and in those open games, the San Francisco Giants are 7-4. And Kyle Hendricks, who's been here longer than anyone else, he was part of that 2016 World Series team, coming back from injury, and he has been throwing the ball like he did 6 or 7 seasons ago.
Hendricks coming off a great start against rival Milwaukee. Giants, Cubs. Game 2 of this 3-game series. We got lineups and first pitch. Let's get it going. MLB on TBS Tuesdays. MLB on TBS Tuesdays is brought to you by Farmers Insurance. Get a quote at farmers.com. On the north side tonight, Game 2 of the series, Cubs and Giants. Let's take a look at Gabe Kapler's starting 9, and he will start it with Lamont Wade Jr., Mike Yastrzemski and Wilmer Flores. That'll be the first three to match up against right-hander Kyle Hendricks, coming back from shoulder surgery in late May, and he looks to be back to Kyle Hendricks' form, Ronnie.
Yeah, he really is. His last start, as you mentioned, was against the Brewers, 6 innings, just an unearned run allowed, nicknamed the Professor for his Dartmouth background and his intelligence on the mound.
Had another guy nicknamed the Professor who dominated here in Chicago for a while. Field looks immaculate, crowd filing in day after Labor Day. They had a packed house yesterday. And away we go as Lamont Wade Jr. sends one into the bleachers. The Giants started with a bang. Shutout no more. 18 consecutive innings without a run. And Lamont Wade Jr. wasting no time, and the Giants strike first here tonight.